Hello and welcome back to another video. Commanders finished off the year with a win over the Eagles, end the year at 5-12. Now, myself, I'm a little disappointed. I'm one of the guys that wanted us to lose this game, but I guess it's never bad to beat the Eagles. Don't really know what the Eagles were thinking, to be honest. They could have had the number 2 seed. They could be playing Green Bay at home, but now they're playing San Francisco at home, and they'll have to go to the Chicago game. And so I don't get it from their perspective. I mean, I guess no one got hurt on their side. No starters got hurt, but I don't really get it. Now it was if we would have lost, we would have got the fifth pick. Now we had the seventh pick, so it's only 2 picks, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's still a little annoying, to be honest. But all right, so Josh Johnson thought he kind of had an off and on game. He was decent, but he had some bad mistakes. Threw a bad interception, dropped an easy snap for a fumble. Thought Rodriguez played solid, and Terry had a great game. Forced 4 penalties, I think. Player stats. Bill kind of struggled. The run blocking wasn't that good, but yeah, Terry played well. Deebo played all right. On defense, it was hard to judge defense because it was all the Eagles' backups, but Von Miller did get a sack, which now he made $500K from that sack, so congrats to Von Miller. Yeah, Payne got a sack. Payne looked good. McGee had a couple nice tackles. And yeah, so I don't really have much to say about this game. We're coming up to a week in the next week where firing happens around the league, and I just want to talk about a couple things I could see happening. So first, I think it's possible that Cliff Kingsbury gets a head coaching job. I know Tennessee is interested in him, and I just want to talk about a couple people that I could see replacing him that I like. Now, one of my top choices to replace Cliff Kingsbury, if he does end up getting a head coaching job, would be Brian Daboll. I know it's kind of an unpopular pick, but Daboll helped Dart out a lot, and Dart looked a lot better when Daboll was there. He has a good record as an offensive coordinator. He just wasn't the best head coach, and that's okay. There's a lot of good coordinators in this league that aren't head coaches. I think he's one of them. So I think if you can get him as an offensive coordinator, it'd be a great move. And yeah, another option could be Mike McDaniel. I know the Dolphins have kind of finished the year strong, so I don't know if they'll move on from him. But if they do, I think this would be a great move. They coached together in Atlanta a while ago, and he's another one of those guys. I think it's a great coordinator, but struggled as a head coach, and I think he'd help Jane Daniels out a lot. And yeah, he's another guy I like a lot. Now, I'd be absolutely surprised and disappointed if Joe Witt stays employed by Washington. I can't see it happening. I don't think Dan Quinn wanted to fire his guy in the middle of the season, but he has to now since the season's over. But one of my choices would be Al Harris, defensive backs coach from Chicago. They force the most turnovers in the league. I don't know how well he'd be a defensive coordinator, but he is an option that I could see Dan Quinn looking at if they were to move on from Joe Witt, which they should and they have to. But he's one guy. I know they give up a lot of yards, so that could be. I don't know how well he'd be as defensive coordinator, but he did in Dallas too. He was in Dallas with Dan Quinn. They forced a lot of turnovers, but they also gave up a lot of yards. So yeah, he's an option. Now, my probably favorite choice would be Browns defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz. Now, it's looking like the Browns are going to fire Kevin Stefanski, and if he gets fired, it's likely that Schwartz will be gone too because the new coach would want to bring in a whole new staff. And yeah, I think Jim Schwartz would be amazing for Washington, and he's done great with the Browns. I know the Browns haven't had a good year, but their defense has been good, so he'd probably be my favorite choice. Now, finally, here's the big board, and for the draft, we have the 7th pick, and honestly, the 7th pick and the 5th pick is not too different. I feel like there's a lot of players around that like 3 to 10 range that are all kind of similar. You got Downs. I could see him being there at 7. Reese could be there. Jeremiah Love, I think, will be there. I don't think the quarterbacks, but it doesn't matter. Ruben Bain could be there. Bailey could be there. So Washington's going to have a good chunk of players that will be there. And Tyson will be there. Tate will be there possibly. Styles, Lemon, McCoy, Falk. So they're going to get a good player. But I know a lot of people are probably disappointed if they end up winning. But it is the only thing that I can really see is the trade down would have been better at 5 than 7. But I feel like the quality of player is really similar at 5 and 7. And I trust Adam Peters. I feel like Adam Peters gets a lot of hate from the fan base, but I feel like he's done a decent job, especially in the first round. I think he's hit on back-to-back first-rounders, which is good. So I think he'll hit on this pick. Washington doesn't have a second-round pick. They do have a third-round pick, though. So, yeah, I don't really got much to say. If you guys let me know what you guys want to see. I'm willing to do about anything Commanders related. I might do an actual full NFL mock draft, 1 round, like every team, 1 round. So I might do that. But yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Have a good one.